Started either. There we go. We will pan the audience, and I'll explain this. Okay, so among all of my other tricks, I am enrolled in college. I've been doing my profession for over 30 years. I'm a payroll manager. And I recently got a new job, and when I started the job, they said, well, 30 years experience really isn't enough. You should have a bachelor's degree. So I said, okay, fine, I'll go to school. And so I'm going back to school now, and I'm trying to get my bachelor's degree in business administration. And the classes that I'm taking are all online. I'm taking them from Kane University. And the classes, a semester is 8 weeks instead of the normal 16, so everything is compressed. It's very, very tightly, so I don't have a lot of time to do anything. So trying to work as smart and efficiently as I can, I multitask where I can. So this week I have a sales presentation due. So I have to try to sell something to a group of 7 or more people, and I have to give a 5 to 7 minute presentation. So I said to my professor, hey, I'm running for public office. Can I film myself? And she said, sure. She said, the only thing where you might have a little bit of trouble is you need a visual aid. Hence the sweatshirt. I am my visual aid. So vote for Michele Perrotti. So to tell you a little bit, so there's the background story on why I'm videotaping. It's not that I'm so full of myself, I need to see myself on camera. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. When I was in about 5th grade, I did not like history at all. And I remember studying the Monroe Doctrine. And I said to my mother, this doesn't make any sense. When I'm an adult, why do I need to know what the Monroe Doctrine is? And my mother said, and I know she didn't make this up, she said, those who don't learn from history are destined to repeat it. And I didn't know what that meant. All it meant was that she made me study for this thing, and I hated it. So as I grew older, I realized what it was that she was talking about. So I am equating that to being on the Board of Education, because right now I feel as though the Board of Education is very young in seniority. The most senior member of the Board of Education has been on the board for just almost 5 years. I was on the Board of Education from 2010 until 2017, so I was already there for 2 years longer than anybody else who's been there before. And I've seen so many things happen in those 7 years. I came to a point in my life, my son was struggling in school, my little ones were crying as, why do you have to go to another meeting? My school is good enough. And I decided, okay, I'm going to stop running for the board. I did 7 years, and I'm done. And then in the past 2 years, I realized that I wasn't done. I saw some things going on that I thought, well, if I could share the history with this board and explain to them why this doesn't make sense to do, maybe we won't repeat the mistakes that were made in the past. Maybe we need new blood in there, which is fine too, but I think you also need, there's a place for more senior people. And that's one of the reasons that I'm running for the Board of Education, is so that I can help with explaining what happened in the past, how to move forward. I still have a lot of great ideas about why the things that the school should do. I've always believed in the school sharing resources with the town. Again, there were some issues in the past. The board member didn't get along with a town council member, and before you knew it, the school system was buying their own salt and they didn't know where to put it. So now we are getting back into the position where the board and the town council are getting along, everybody likes each other, and we can pool resources, and we're doing that with the police, having some of the police department come and be in the schools. We are sharing salt again, and there's other things like that we can put our budgets together and help grow and do things for the benefit of the community. So those are some of the things that I'd like to see done. Of course, I don't want to pay more in taxes like anybody else, but I also think that our schools and our education might need some revamping and might need a little bit of money thrown at them, take it from someplace else, reallocate what we can do so that we can all work together and increase the production of the schools and take care of the kids. My biggest thing is the kids. I do everything that I possibly can. Every child in the school district I've always thought of as my kid. There was something in the paper not too long ago, and I was at work and I said, oh, this is one of my kids. And my coworker said, that's your son? And I'm like, no, it's one of my other kids, my kids from Hopakong. So I would really appreciate your vote. I know that you'll all be out in November voting, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much.